So this is definitely a low budget video, but I wanted just to pop on real quick live and share with you some of like my basic meal prep tips. So lately I've had quite a few moms say like, oh, I could never follow the meal plan that you follow because I don't have time to spend hours on Sunday chopping up all my veggies and meal prepping and whatever. So there's no way I could do that. And I just wanted to say I don't do that either. So I did a little bit more meal prepping when I was working full time and had a part-time job and was coaching and things were pretty crazy. But now that I'm home, I just kind of do mini meal preps, or when I take the time to like turn on the oven or actually cook, I make sure that I make plenty. So this afternoon, I'm making an extra like yummy veggie filled snack for us because we're going out to dinner tonight with some of my husband's coworkers, and I know that we're getting barbecue and so I need to make sure that I eat really healthy and that I'm full when I go so that I don't overeat while I'm there. So I wanted to share a quick tip. So I'm making some roasted veggies. You can use whatever veggies you like. Today I'm doing roasted Brussels sprouts and broccoli and green beans, and I usually just buy them pre-cut and pre-washed because that helps me have time in my mom life. So I put parchment paper or foil down on the pan to make cleanup easier. Preheat my oven to 450 and then just spread them out and stick them in the oven. And before I stick them in the oven, I use a little bit of avocado oil for like this whole pan. It's a cookie sheet tray. I use about half a tablespoon or less of avocado oil. And I use the parchment paper or foil. You probably know this trick, but so that I don't have as much cleanup. It makes the pans a lot easier to wash. So I won't pretend that I wash them myself. Usually I cook and Patrick does the cleanup, but he reminds me every single time that I do this without parchment or foil that it's a real pain. So I try to do that, makes it real easy cleanup. And then I also use a little bit of sea salt. So like it's actually Redmond sea salt. So now that's special with Red's name. But just a teeny bit of sea salt sprinkled on top. And then I put them in the oven to roast for like 15 to 20 minutes depending, until they're just kind of roasted on the outside. And then another quick tip, so I made oatmeal this morning or really it was more like noon when Red went down for his nap for some breakfast. And I like tripled the recipe. So instead of making oatmeal every morning, I know I'm going to eat it more throughout the week. So I just made extra, and then I portion it out into little individual cups for the day. So it's not something that I spent, tons of extra time. Like I was going to make oatmeal anyways this morning, so I just saved myself some time later in the week. And then these veggies will be perfect to warm up for lunch or to add with some protein and a carb for a dinner real quick this week. So yeah, meal prep doesn't have to be something that takes up your whole Sunday. It can just be little things that you do throughout the week to help make it easier on yourself to make a healthy dinner so that you don't call for pizza or go drive through Chick-fil-A, because I hope I'm not the only mom that's tempted to do that when it's 5 o'clock and I don't have a plan. So little tiny things can make a big difference in your meal prepping. So thanks so much for hopping on. I see some of you. What temperature? So I usually do like 450 and then I just kind of watch it. So I'm also not someone that does like perfect recipe following with my meal prep, but usually 450, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how many I put on the tray. So yeah, any other questions? Let me see. Perfect. Well, I hope that these tips were helpful, and that you can know that eating clean doesn't have to take lots of time. You can just kind of prep as you go, and yeah, good luck eating clean. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.